favors, blaze through the fire, yeah, we had a few, lost a few wages, still coming rampant, misbehaving, flavors, still coming anti-up, rebelling with my ravers, still don't give a about who'd be the latest, can't be locked up in them cages, start living up to what the you think a day is. But hey, what about it? So I stepped on stage to be like...
Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the New York Jets.
Joey Slye set to kick off.
2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Xavier Gipson now from his end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Now the second-year man back from injury. It's Breece Hall. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. But you look at this Patriots defense. They're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
Rodgers to throw on second down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing now is Rodgers. And got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed that went right into the game plan. Attack them early, see if they're going to play any better. And if not, you keep the...
Touchdown, Jets! Garrett Wilson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jets will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, this is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. This taken in at the goal line.
Marcus Jones on the return. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 3.
At the Jets' 46-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. A 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. Here's Ramondre Stevenson. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Stevenson will take this one in. Touchdown, Patriots. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And we are tied at 7.
Joey Slye set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Rodgers now to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Marcus Jones picks it, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
They go play action here on 1st down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Looking for Tyquan Thornton on that one. And now it's 2nd down. You talk about this Jets defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for it in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, a 22. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Bourne going to go in motion left. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he'll take this one down near the 15.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Ramondre Stevenson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Slide for the PAT. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Jets 7. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Wilson's got it on the crossing route. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Jets at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first two games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They felt they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room. But they do have to start winning some games. Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Keon White got in there for the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Pats are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a throw right sideline is complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one goes for 30 yards.
I would say just add that one to the total of big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
They'll look to throw here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 18 more yards there and another first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He sets to fire deep. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there for New England. 42 yards.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Ramondre Stevenson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Patriots have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Now Joey Sly for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Patriots 21, Jets 7. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo? And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Inside the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. 72 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. A wet track like this, I don't know if it helps anybody, but it probably helps the offensive player running the ball more than the defense.
And while they're doing that, there's also the matter of focus. Not letting the elements get in the way of still doing everything you're supposed to do. Although you do think to yourself, I've got to hold it a little bit tighter and be more careful with my footing.
He was careful, got a big run out of it. Oh, how about this on first and goal? And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jets have cut it back within a score. This feels like something we'd see more commonly, CD, in a college game. They give it to the receiver down here in the red zone, but it winds up successful.
Yeah, partner, I think you think it's less likely to find running space to the edge down here close to the end zone where things are so condensed. But a lot of times you end up focusing on the running backs, and they're able to slip it to the receiver, and it resulted in a touchdown.
Zerline good with a PAT. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 17-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Zuerlein now for the PAT. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
That ties the game at 21 apiece.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
2nd and long. Finding Bourne here over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he gets this to Thornton. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
Back to throw again. They'll roll him out right. And that is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Looking to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
A 25-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The return is Jones from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half. Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Patriots.
Thornton, the motion man right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And it's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First down, New England.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Quincy Williams worked his way back for that sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He'll look to throw. That's Bourne. Got it on the slant. Oh, look at the juke. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Kendrick Bourne, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
And he'll have a Jets first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
There's a nice play by Hall, who was hitting his stride and more and looking like a franchise back when a torn ACL ended his rookie year at 7 games. We all saw the electricity. We felt it before he went down, though. The expectations very high for the future star here in year 2.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's got his big tight end here. Touchdown! A great effort there. 54 yards. And the Jets have got it back to within a score.
I know guys who design defenses, they try to prepare for everything, but you ignore the guy who plays tight end at your own peril.
Yeah, and he's like having another wide receiver out there sometimes, right?
Exactly right, because they're such a matchup nightmare, and they're hybrid guys. Are they receivers? Are they big guys that block? How about the one we just saw there? Catch it and go. Run after catch all the way into the end zone.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that one going to come up short, low throw. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock.
Taking it right down Broadway. He's to the 15, and he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 74 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Here's Stevenson. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Ramondre Stevenson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Patriots are able to stretch out their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Rodgers' throw here going to be caught by Wilson. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll run with Hall. And he'll have a Jets first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Final minute now of the third quarter. To throw is Rodgers. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Hall.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
It's 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Hall. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And this defense will take over right at midfield. They'll try the left side with Stevenson. And some room to work. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 33 yards that time.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run. And that's a nice job there, getting the safeties involved in run support.
Again, Stevenson. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Ramondre Stevenson. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Sly on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Jets 28. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy. because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Rodgers. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. A give for Stevenson, running right. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Steps away to his left. Looking for Thornton, and he's got him. Touchdown, New England. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 24. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 24.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll give it to Hall to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. Oh, a design run for their wideout. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And, you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
New England on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. Jermaine Johnson there to bring him down.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
2nd and 9 now. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Slide for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 111 yards rushing for him now to this point. Here now, 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
The one thing I have learned about this league, more and more, you've got to take some chances. You know, if you play everything conservatively and play everything exactly like, okay, I know what to do in each situation, I don't think you're going to get very far. I love the call there, going for it, even on his own side of the field.
Yeah, and even though you're on your own side of the field, they were creeping towards midfield, so not as crazy